Hello everyone, I'm Luthier back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be going over the patch notes that was released a couple of days ago, but I didn't have time to check it over. So let's check them out together. So this is the update notice which was released 3 days ago on 22 of February. So let's see what they have done. So currently they have some new updates where they introduced 2 legendary heroes, which are Gavin, a fire hero, as well as Vengeful the Hassel, who is a dark affinity hero. And apart from that, they also introduced 2 new epic heroes who are Royce, the light affinity hero, as well as Philidar, the fire affinity hero. So I guess maybe every month they'll be introducing at least 3 to 4 heroes into the hero pool, which will make it quite difficult for you to get the same copy of epic heroes if you want to ascend them. And I think we'll go over these hero skills in a bit, but let's quickly glance through what are the other updates they have apart from introducing new heroes as usual. They have also added a mystery shop. I wonder where is that? Let's check them out. Okay, so currently I have a newbie growth, the new Hero Gavin pack, as well as this mystery shop. So let's see. Okay, let me turn off the background music first. So this is the mystery shop, which is kind of pricey. This one is around about 120 USD or so for 50 advanced summon crystals, which is pretty pricey. And what is this? Mystery box. Contains random items such as special gear charm, gems, even Genesis crystal fragments, as well as Book of Legendary Masters. This one is the Legendary Mastery book for the Legendary Hero skill up. But I find it kind of strange where they did not show what's the probability of the items that we can get, as well as the list of items that we can get from this one. Ideally, they should like put up a information tab here where user can click on it and see what they can drop. So this gives an idea to the buyer or the player to know what is coming out from this box. I think that would be a more appropriate approach rather than just seeing some random items here. Hopefully they do some changes to this mystery box. And I don't think this is like very worth it unless the player is a whale who can spend massive amount of money and doesn't really care about the cost of it, as long as they can get these legendary mastery books as well as Genesis crystal fragments. Basically, this Genesis crystal fragments is the one where you can summon a light or dark legendary hero, which improves your chances to get those heroes instead. And I think it's quite pricey based from my observation here. They also sell like 100 mil coupons, which you can use to. This is useful if you are already exceeding the diamond cap per day. And lots of like summoning packs. I'm not sure whether each player will have different packs based on their spending behavior. If you do know, do let me know down in the comments below on what you have. So basically this is what I get. I did not spend much, only the monthly pass, which is the gold pass and silver pass, and the magic pass only. I'm not sure whether the big spenders will have a offer packs which cost much more than mine here. Alright, so that's basically the mystery shop. And maybe this mystery shop is to replace the one that each time it pops up whenever you use up certain resources in your account. And third one will be the limited summon. A new round of limited summon is available starting on the 23rd of February until 3rd of March, which is next month. And these limited heroes are Gavin, Bulin, and Hayim, and all legendary light and dark heroes. So let's check out the limited summon. So as usual, the limited summon will always include a new hero here for you to have a chance to get it, as well as a new the new epic hero is here as well. And then you can also summon Bulin. Bulin is really useful for the guild boss, guild versus environment, and yeah, if you gear her in a rebel set, she can stun the enemies each time she performs the lightning induction attacks. And she's also good in reducing the guild boss rage meter. So if you do not have Bulin, I highly recommend you to get him. to get her. And for Hayim, she's mainly for arena as a second as a go second nuker. For Gavin, I haven't checked his skill set, so probably we'll go to that later. And apart from that, the limited summon, they also have gear management. Added options that allow you to filter gear by the third secondary stats and hide lock gears. What does it mean by hide lock gears? So previously we only are able to filter by 2 secondary stats, but now they introduce a third stats. So let's do a quick check. Okay, this is the gears. Let's go to gears section. Alright, so as you notice, right, there are some changes to the user interface here, where the main stat is located above. Previously, it was located at the secondary stat number 1 here. And let's do a quick demo. So usually for the main stat, right, for attackers, I'll put attack percentage, and then the good stats for attacker will be like critical rate, critical damage, and speed. This is the typical items that we use to gear for the attacker hero. And as you notice, right, I do not have much gears that fulfill all of these requirements. I have like around about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28, 29, 30. I have only 32 gears that fulfill this requirement after playing this game for like more than 1 year plus, with extensive amount of farming. So this is really hard to get based off from my hundreds of farming gears. So this one is like a for a damage dealer build, and if you're looking for like a debuffer, you just replace the critical damage with focus stats, because debuffer will need to apply the debuff, and to apply debuff they need focus stats. So these are the amount of gears that I have that meets this requirement. Attack main stat, secondary stat 2, and secondary stat 3. So it's very little to get these awesome gears. And they also mentioned hide lock. Oh, they can hide lock as well. Unlock. So they added this one, hide lock feature. So it only shows the ones that's not locked yet. So like this one is not locked, then you can quickly lock it in case to prevent it from accidental selling or use as a gear enhancement. That's pretty good. And apart from the game management enhancement there, they also have this Hero Essence shop. Added a book of legendary masters to the Hero Essence shop. Banishing legendary heroes now grant a bonus Hero Essence. Okay, let's check out the Hero Essence shop in the market. Okay, we are over here. Oh, okay. So previously there's no option, or there's no way for you to buy legendary books. I think, oh, this is a missed opportunity. They could, I mean, the Ace developers could add one more here, like allowing players to purchase legendary skill books, epic mastery skill books, as well as elite mastery skill books, rather than just introducing only the legendary one. So let's say if we have like tons of duplicate epic heroes, right, we can like sacrifice it to gain this what's this called? This Hero Essence to trade for those epic mastery books. That will be much more better. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity from the Ace developers. Maybe they oversee this. They could just implement for epic and also rare. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity from them. So this 10 Hero Essence, how much for one legendary hero, how much would it give us? Let's check out the altar. Let's try to sacrifice one legendary hero and see how much it can give us. Let's do the banishment. Select a legendary hero here. And let's select a Cyrus, because I got a duplicate Cyrus here. So by banishing Cyrus, I will get 20 of this advanced hero essence, which I can trade it for summoning crystals. Is it? These special gems obtained after banishing epic legendary heroes can be used to exchange summoning crystals in the market. Okay, and then they introduce this primal hero essence. Condensed power crystals obtained by banishing legendary heroes used to redeem rare items at the market. So we need to sacrifice at least 5 legendary heroes to get one legendary skill book. That's pretty expensive. If we were to hero synthesize it, maybe like create one Bella using these epic heroes, then we need to do this like 5 times to get one legendary skill book, which is quite costly because for this one you need to build, you need to level them up to level 50 and also promote them. So if you have like tons of EXP jellies and multiple copies of these epic heroes, right, then you can create 5 copies of these legendary heroes and then sacrifice them. If you guys know the calculation about the cost of EXP jelly required to create 5 legendary heroes to trade with one legendary skill book, do let me know in the comments below. But I feel it's quite expensive. I think it's much better to just like spend the money to directly buy the skill book itself rather than going through all those hassle. Okay, after the hero essence shop, the 6th one would be the Void Tower. Starting from March, clearing the 100th floor in the Void Tower normal grants 1 book of Epic Masters as reward. 1 Epic Masters book. So is it added as an additional reward? Let's quickly check it out. So currently in the Void Tower, easy. The current rewards will be on floor 100. You'll get this Ancient Summoning Crystal. Are they going to replace this Ancient Summoning Crystal with the 1 Epic Mastery Book, or added on top of that? Means you gain this one, Ancient Summoning Crystal, as well as the Epic Mastery Book, or will it just replace this one? You'll need to find out next month to see how it will take, but hopefully it's added as an additional reward. And then apart from the new changes from the Void Tower normal, they also did some battle balance adjustment. All ability stats are max level stats excluding mastery effects. Please refer to the effects in game. Okay, so for the first one is the Void Tower. They have lowered the speed of monsters in Void Tower. So previously, right, players complained the monsters in the Void Tower hut was too fast, which makes it quite difficult for most of the players to clear the Void Tower hut. So I think now they have already, once they implement these changes, right, they have lowered back the enemy speed from 200 to below 160 in the Void Tower hut. However, they also changed the block effects can no longer be removed. Previously, I think it can really be removed using like a decrease ability, but now they prevent it from being removed in order to compensate the difficulty of the speed of the enemy there. Alright, so let's quickly go through the hero balance adjustment, starting off with the first one. Duncan Nicholas' basic ability, they have increased the damage multiplier by 20%. Special ability can no longer be removed, so I think you need to like hit him multiple times in order to break that death immunity. I think it's 4 or 5 times. And then for his trait ability, before gains shield for 2 turns, 2 rounds. And now the shield, he now gains a control immunity along with shield for 2 turns. So now you cannot like stun him with the water prison or anything that to prevent him from taking his turn. So he's somehow, it makes him slightly much better for the arena. The second hero is Darcy's special ability. Upon taking damage exceeding 35% of the max health, recovers 80% of max health instead of 60%. This might be useful maybe for the guild versus environment, like challenging the Lightwing Zachary. If Darcy's special ability does not have any cooldown, right, then she can keep on recovering 80% of her max health. But she does need a lifesteal ability to allow her to recover above that 35% of max HP. Then her ultimate ability increased the multiplier from 150 to 200. Wow, that's a large damage boost. And the trait ability increases the duration of immune from 1 turn to 2 turn. Okay, still her skill kit is mainly increasing her damage output, but mainly used for arena. If you guys find these changes useful, do let me know in the comments below whether you are able to use her in arena right now with these changes. And then for the third hero, Fiona, special ability increase the multiplier from 130 to 180. That's a 60% increase. Trait ability, each positive effect grants 10% damage reduction instead of 6%, but it will be capped at 30%. So Fiona gains a 60% damage boost and a faster way to gain that damage reduction. Then the fourth hero is Rick. Basic ability is increased by 20%. Ultimate ability is increased to 20% as well. So previously I used Rick along with Thor to take down the lonely Lightwing Zachary in the Guild vs environment. So I think this damage output will be helpful to reduce the HP of the enemy quickly through the counter attack whenever the enemy attacks the ally or perform an ability. And then for the fifth hero, Thor, trait ability before. For each attack received, converts 60% of lost health into delusive health. When attacking, converts delusive health equal to 50% of damage dealt into health. And after they buff it up, so now it converts 80% rather than 60%. Which means he'll be much more tankier. Here. When attacking, converts the elusive health to 60%. So basically he can recover 10% more this time when he performs the counter attack. So this one is mainly more for making Thor much more tankier than before. And then for the sixth hero, Mole Hex. Basic ability increase the chance to apply defense down from 30 to 100%. So this is quite good. So currently there's not much usage for Mole Hex because there's a bunch of legendary heroes that they introduced which are much more better than him. But I still have use for Mole Hex in the Guild vs environment as well as the Faction Wars. Because for Faction Wars you have limited damage dealers that can perform AoE damage, so Mole Hex is one of the hero. And this will be very useful to quickly take down that target with the defense down. And for the sound here, Terrace, increase the base attack. Ultimate ability increase the multiplier from 140 plus 45%. What's this? The target's remaining ability cooldown to 180. Also basically they increased the base damage by 40% and improve the target remaining ability cooldown by additional 5%. So just slightly increase more to make his ability to deal more damage. So mostly I feel that all of these heroes did improve the damage output for those rarely used legendary heroes here. Then we have Fahim, another damage dealer. They just slightly bump up the damage from 80 to 100. That's the 20% damage increase. Trait ability reduce the trigger cooldown from 3 to 2 rounds. Trait ability is to gain control immunity for 2 turns. Okay. So most of these damage dealer just have a slightly increase of damage output. And then we have a supporter debuffer hero, Viola. So now they reduce the condition to apply stun from 4 negative effects to 3 negative effects. So you still need to pair Viola with someone who can perform AoE debuff. So let's say we have Viola to go first to reduce the resistance of the enemy and also reduces the enemy's focus, and then you have another hero maybe like Jonathan to apply the attack down and defense down. Then once Jonathan applies the AoE debuff, Viola will apply a secondary debuff which is the stun. So you need to have like 2 heroes to go together. And for Helma was buffed I think a couple of times. And now they rebuff him again, so let's see what they do. So ultimate ability increase the multiplier of the bleeding stack based damage. Okay, so maybe his bleeding now deals more damage. Trait ability, so before his attack have 20 to 50% chance to trigger a bonus attack with the special ability. And now they increase the chance from 20 to 35%, that's a 15% increase. And 20% chance to trigger. Oh, so the first number here is without ascension. The second one is with ascension. I think it would be better to have it 100% chance to constantly have a bonus attack. Yeah, it would be much better. But for now, you need to test him out to see whether that bleeding damage he does is worth it or not. Because currently Helma's bleeding damage, right, does not do much. That's why the developers have to rebuff him multiple times. I think this is the third time that Helma is rebuffed. Then we have Baron. Okay, Baron is a very solid epic hero, so I want to see what they change here. Her trait ability Awaken. Previously it was speed up by 1 turn, and now they change it to speed up to damage up for 1 turn. I think this one would be better. So since damage up for 1 turn means for the first round you can do massive amount of damage to the enemy. And then you can maybe gear her in a speed boots to maintain that speed. So you do not have fluctuation of speed for Baron. Maybe you can go before the enemy and suddenly she's too slow. So I think speed up, change to damage up is much better for her. And then Aphrodite. Aphrodite is a very solid arena hero. She's like a Geralt version 2.0, where she has the ability to like perform lifesteal. Very tanky hero. It's like similar to Geralt but for water affinity hero. So I was wondering why they want to buff her up again. So now her special ability, new effect, damage taken from critical strikes is reduced by 50%. Wow, that is like a 50% critical damage reduction. So I think one way to counter Aphrodite is to use heroes that maybe deals damage that doesn't trigger critical strike, like Alicia. But Alicia is weaker affinity to her. Maybe to use like Holy Yolanda or something. And then we've got Kasim. Kasim is he's made for like a UE counter attacker. But I think not many people are using him for the arena. So his special ability increased the multiplier from 160 to 190, so 30% more damage. Ultimate ability increased the multiplier from 220 to 250%. That's a lot more. That's a 30% increase. But still, maybe, yeah. I wonder if the damage output still will make him better. Otherwise, he needs something similar to Aphrodite, maybe an additional effect to make him much more tankier. Because he doesn't have any ability to recover health. Only to avoid attacks. And then we have Lily. Ultimate ability, the health difference based damage bonus is now capped at 350% instead of 200%. So now she'll be able to do more damage. And then we have Ilun. Another like limited summoning hero, which was only obtainable through the tournaments, but now she's available to be summoned. So the trait ability reduces the trigger cooldown from 3 to 2 turns. Okay, this one is just a skill cooldown. Then we have Silent. Basic ability is increase the chance to apply attack down 30 to 100%, which is better. Similar to Mulhex, increase the chance to be a guaranteed attack down. And the special ability is also made to guarantee it. Okay. I think she can be mainly used for the arena. Because she's quite useful in blocking the damage, but it's quite random. So these two maybe will help her ally to performing the counter attack to apply this attack down and defense down. But the most awesome upgrade would be Augustine. Special ability increase the damage increase against light enemy heroes from 70% to 100%. So Augustine will do 30% more damage to the enemy, especially for like Lightwing Zachary, Luna Melissa, or the Guild versus environment. So if you do have Augustine, right, you'll be able to benefit from this upgrade massively. Maybe you can clear the Guild versus environment ancient relics within just by using two talents on like floor 8. Once you have fully booked him. Then we got Levi. Special ability, new effect. Casting this ability resets the dodge chance of the trait ability. Wow. He already have like 3 dodge buff, right? And this one resets his dodge chance again. Making him like the... This one is like making him like super dodgy, like who? There's one girl, the water affinity girl, is also able to dodge. And now they're making a fire affinity version of her, which is Levi. And then we got Hydrisia. Wow, Hydrisia have a new trait ability. When deployed in the adventure, increases the EXP gain from stage completion by 15%. And Atunua also has this EXP gain effect by 5%. So now if you want to farm the EXP Jelly from adventure, right, it is highly recommended to include Hydrisia or Atunua. But including Hydrisia and Atunua together will gain 20% EXP. We need to test this out. So let's check out the EXP thingy. Okay, so now I have like Valeria, Hitoshi, Sarah, and Hydrisia here. So let's see how much EXP Jelly that we can gain using Hydrisia here. Okay, this one will be an auto mode battle. It's pretty laggy. Wait, let me change the settings a bit to smoothen out the battle. There's some sort of bug with the game where it feels like very laggy at some time. But Risa is pretty slow, that's why she doesn't have a chance to take her turn. Okay, so let's check out the battle. So it shows that 15% EXP from battle here. Okay, so let's try adding Antonua there. Let's see if we were able to get both EXP from these two heroes. Okay, now I have Hydrisa and Antonua, so we should supposed to get 20% EXP Jelly. If that's the case, right, then we'll be able to farm a lot more EXP Jelly without waiting for the EXP Jelly Madness dungeon event. Because currently, right, the EXP Jelly Madness event, right, it only happens like 1 time per month, and players will need to wait quite long. So having this alternative way, right, we'll be able to farm more EXP Jelly quickly. Especially to help out with the upgrading of the level 70 heroes. Okay, let's check out the result. So I see that only the one Hydrisa is the only one that is providing the EXP Jelly, 8508. So it seems that we cannot stack the EXP from both heroes. Alright, so let's remove Hydrisia and add Antonua instead. Let's see what's the result. I think my Antonua here is also pretty slow. Yeah, but she's faster than my Sarah here. So once you get your 3 core damage dealers, right, like Valeria, Hitoshi, and Sarah, right, you can speed up the run really fast. You just need only like Hitoshi and Sarah to do the work. Okay, so now we can see Antonua EXP here. It shows 5% EXP from battle. So it seems that both Hydrisia as well as Antonua EXP increase, right, does not stack with one another. You need to use either one and not both. So it's recommended to get Hydrisia instead of Antonua if you have her. Use her in here. Otherwise, just if you do not have Hydrisia, right, you can use the Antonua there. I think the reason why they introduced Antonua for the EXP improvement, right, because I think during the first time when you start off with the game, right, they offer the offer pack that introduces Antonua in the game. So I think there's like one offer pack here that you can purchase Antonua from there. I do not have it right now. I think I've already lost that offer pack. Basically, the offer pack will introduce Antonua with 4 gears, maybe like epic gears, and you can get her easily from there. rather than summoning a bunch of advanced summoning crystals from this summoning portal. Okay, let's move on to the upgrade for the update notice here again. So they have already changed some hero trait for Hydrisia and Antuno. Let's check out the hero mastery adjustment. So Shane replaced the true strike effect with AoE damage bonus and received AoE damage reduction. Aubrey also... So it seems like the developers are removing the true strike ability from the mastery because maybe it's too random. Yeah, maybe it's too random and not so helpful. That's why they're replacing this AoE, this true strike with other effects that's much more appropriate for the debuffer heroes or buffer heroes. So for these three heroes, Shane, Aubrey, and Shaxo Andre, they remove the true strike and replace with something much more beneficial. Shaxo Andre, they replace the speed 15 with critical damage. Wow, this is very strong. And true strike with critical rate bonus. Wow. So now you can build Shaxo Andre with lower critical rate with a higher critical damage. So he'll be able to do even more damage. That's crazy. And then they also have a hero recall for Baron and Shaxo Andre. Actually, both Shaxo Andre as well as Baron, right, they gain a massive buff, man, based from these changes. So I'm not sure why the Ace developers would want to provide a hero recall for this massive upgrade for these heroes. I don't think it's necessary for this one. And then for the bug fixes, they fix an issue where killed units bonus turn weren't removed. Fix an issue where units might be stunned after being revived. Wow, this one is crazy. That one would be fix an issue where Telecy matrices cannot be exchanged among guild members. And finally, they fix an issue where heroes in multi-battle, the skip formation function in Alestral wouldn't take effect. Ah, I haven't tried this one yet. I haven't experienced this issue. So basically, they have a lot of hero rebalancing and also some hero mastery adjustment. So most of them are actually buffing up the hero. And most of the heroes that are buff are very seldom used heroes because there are other better heroes that have more usability than them. Alright, so based on this patch notes, right, which updates is the one that interests you the most? For those players who own Shaxo Andre, they'll be delighted when they have a massive damage boost for their very overpowered dark nuker hero. And then for the free-to-play players and low spenders, right, the most interesting one would be the Hydrisia as well as Antuno. Now these players are able to farm more EXP Jelly to quickly build up their heroes. So that's a good quality of life. And yeah, the one that excites me would be Augustine. For those who have Augustine, right, you'll be able to clear the guild versus environment quickly. I have Augustine, that's why I'm quite happy with this change. Because it's quite difficult to take down the Lightwing Zachary. This Hydrisia and Tuna is also good for free-to-play players as well as low spenders. And I think Mystery Shop is mainly targeted for builds, as well as the introduction of the mastery books, the legendary mastery books in the Hero Essence shop. This one will create a very huge power gap between big spenders as well. Big spenders against the low spenders and free-to-play players. It's really hard to catch up with them really, because this one is they big spenders, right, they can replace or sacrifice their duplicate legendary heroes for these skill books, which will lead to massive power creep in terms of the player base for the massive players, big spenders. Ideally, right, the developers should introduce something that allow the pay-to-win players, right, to speed up the game quickly rather than giving them a very huge advantage against other players. You should be allowing them to speed up the way on how they can progress in game rather than giving them an advantage where free-to-play players or low spenders are not able to obtain. Okay, I think that's about it for this patch notes. Maybe I'll create another video to go over the new hero skills, which are the Gavin, Vengeful Hassel, Royce, as well as Philida, to see how we can use them in this game based from their skill kit. Alright, so that's the end of my video covering the patch notes that was released on 22nd of February. Do let me know down in the comments below which updates that interest you the most and which one you feel that is not really good in terms of improving this game. And if you found this video enjoyable or helpful, do give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, if you're new to my YouTube channel, you can click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!